What's going on, guys? This is Jay, and today is Thursday, August the 6th of 2020. We're going to switch it up a little bit today. We're not going to be doing any farming or gardening type video stuff today, but we are going to be putting up some gates today. We've had some damage from motorcycle riders and vandals coming into our fields and riding straight through areas that we have prepped and areas that we have planted, and that is just not going to do. I've talked about it in some of my other videos that the first part of farming or permaculture, food forest, any of that stuff is protecting your assets. So that's what we're going to do now. Sky and Marshall are digging out some of the holes, that way we can get these gates put up. They're going to come down here and put in some railroad ties, and I'm going to go and pick up some gates from Roll King. We have chosen to go with the Tartar 6-bar 12-foot rib tube gates. They're fairly easy to put up, so we're going to grab one and put it on each end of the field to protect our fields from these vandals that are coming through here, doing some riding and destroying of our crops, because we've already planted this field 3 times this year with 2 earlier crop failures. So any help that we can get to keep our crops alive and to make sure that they go all the way through the life cycle, make it to market, that's what we're going to have to do. I'm already going to the town of Bluefield. I have a doctor's appointment today with my endocrinologist, and for those of you that don't know, that is a diabetic specialist doctor. I'm type 1 diabetic, and I have been running my insulin pump for the past couple of weeks, and now I'm going in to do a checkup with my doctor to find out how the pump has been working and see if we need to make any adjustments. The insulin pump that I've been running is a T-Slim X2, and it has a basal IQ, which calculates my blood sugar, and it turns the insulin off based on a certain set number that I put into the pump using the CGM, which is a continuous glucose monitor. I have one of those that connects with the pump using Wi-Fi. The CGM is called a Dexcom G6 because we keep it G up in here. You know how we do. And what it does, it monitors my blood glucose every 5 minutes and sends a number to my smartwatch, my smartphone, and my smart pump, which is pretty awesome. And if the blood glucose level is going to drop out of the set number range, which mine is set at a value of 70, it cuts off the insulin before it gets there. It's got notifications. It comes on if there's any problems or anything like that. If it's going too high, it will notify you. If it's going too low, it will notify you. If it's going either direction too fast, it will notify you. It will notify you when it needs changed and all that good stuff. So it is revolutionary for type 1 diabetics, as am I. I've been type 1 diabetic for over half of my life, since I was 13 years old. I'm 30 years old now, so over half my life I've been dealing with that, and I'm finally starting to get a little bit of control on it, but have to see my endocrinologist today for that 3-month checkup or whatever it is. Very short visit, in and out, and now we need to go take care of some other activities in the beautiful town of Bluefield, West Virginia. It's Mercer County, West Virginia, and it goes over into Virginia. I think it's Tazewell County is where it bleeds over into the town of Bluefield. It's a tri-state, same city area. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but it works. been that way forever. Look at those beautiful skies, guys, those beautiful views out there on the way. And it's exciting because markets will be starting up soon. We will be harvesting for market soon. But so we're going to stop and fill up on some fuel first before we continue on any further on this journey today. We're going to pick up those gates. It's going to be awesome, guys. We're going to put those up on video. You'll get to check that out in the live feed. And this is going to be quite a long video for riding. It's a good riding video. Maybe I should start a group of videos called riding, because there's a lot of videos where we're just going to pick up equipment or do quite a bit of riding in the car where I'm just kind of trying to figure out what to talk about for 12 minutes or however long this video is. But we did stop at Harbor Freight and we got some tools today, which is going to be pretty awesome. We got some tools to do some other projects today. I had to pick up some straps to hold our gates down. And we got some other surprise tools. I'm not going to talk about them yet because they are not in implementation yet, if that is a word. But the gates are on the truck now. Kind of missed the video of loading those up. Went so quick, it probably would have just been a blur of partial second. I would have had to slow it down anyway, but they are on the truck. You'll have to take my word for it. We're going to take that ride back to McDowell County through those beautiful mountains. It looks like we're getting ready to come into a little bit of rain. Gardens is loving the rain. Cherry tomatoes, not so much. You get too much rain on your cherry tomatoes, Thomas toes, they will split, and then they won't be the best for your markets or for anything really. We take them and we're going to start dehydrating all the ones that are busted, but that is at a later date. I'm not going to ruin any of that because we haven't gotten that far along yet. We have been taking out cherry tomatoes, which is pretty awesome. Love munching those little things. We have several varieties coming up on our plants. We have some larger ones. I'm not sure what kind they are. We have some yellow ones, and they all have different flavors and textures to bring to the table in cherry tomatoes. And I think next year we're going to do better selection. We'll have more time to plan for our garden next year. We didn't have really any time to plan this year. We just started planting seeds, and then before we knew it, our bedroom floor was covered in baby plants. So we decided to build that hoop house that we put up. I'll put a link to the grow house video on the top right side of the screen. You can check out how we did that. I actually didn't get the first part putting up the grow house because it was 12 by 6 feet, and we started filling it with plants so fast that we had to do an extension video where we extended it along the entire front of the house, which made it a total of 24 feet by 6 feet deep, which is pretty awesome. We are back in McDowell County. We're almost at those beautiful fields of Landgraf where we're going to be putting these gates up today, guys. So you'll have to definitely check that out. We have sweet corn that is almost ready for market. I'm pretty excited. The markets are going to start up and it's going to get really busy really quick. It's time to put up those gates. I just took Felicia's rain gear and tied it around the gates on the back. That way people could see. There's those Tartar gates. 6-bar red tube 12-foot Tartar gates. Get them for around 89 bucks. I'm going to go ahead and throw a picture up at that right hand side so you can see. We got those at Harbor Freight, guys. So if you need one of these gates to put up around your stuff to keep the thievery and vandalism at its minimum, this is the way to go about it. Very easy to put in. We just pre-drilled some holes into those railroad ties, and then you screw in The end pegs, they come loose to put in, very easy. Holds itself up there. You can put a chain on it now and lock that gate up. Keep those cars and those motorbikes and all those four-wheelie type things out of your crops, because that has been a problem this year. And we're looking to upgrade this year. We're definitely going to upgrade, get some better equipment as the year goes on. And into next year, it's going to be pretty exciting. We'll be able to maintain the land a little bit better. And we're going to throw up that other gate on the bottom, or top end of the field, I should say. This is the more northern orientation of the field, more northern direction here. You keep going straight through this gate, it takes you to those other fields of Landgraf that you watched us work in the beginning of the year, before we started planting the big fields and screwing some of these poles in here. It was a little tough getting some of them in, especially since I'm still dealing with healing up from that chest injury, but both hands on it. I didn't have to put a whole lot of weight onto it. We got them up and no harm done, so it worked out pretty good. Now we got two beautiful gates up, and that's pretty awesome. We got the gates up, ready to go. Put the locks on them, and we're ready to go. Hopefully this is going to help us keep out those unwanted visitors visiting those fields at nighttime, doing what they're not supposed to be doing in here. So that's it, guys. Thank you for checking out the video. I know that it wasn't that informational when it comes to plants, but it all goes in with our season. We had to get these gates put up. It's one of the most important things that you can do, is to protect your crops. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like down below. You can subscribe for other videos. Hit the notification bell for updates on future videos. And until next time, can you dig it? Oh, markets are starting up soon, guys. The farmers markets are starting up soon. And since the videos come out before everything else does, there's you a market date. Editing's a little bit behind, but the markets are going on right now. You'll have to stay tuned in the future to find out how those videos turned out, but keep rocking it.